Hey everyone and welcome back to Dev Tutorial. Today, we're making this responsive sidebar and tab bar menu for web and mobile. Let's get started. Alright. We have an empty React project. Before we begin, make sure to install React Router DOM v6 and the React Icons library. I'm starting by creating a new functional component in app.js. Also, ensure you've installed the ES7 plus React/Redux/React Native snippets for better productivity. To keep everything organized, I'm creating a Pages folder for our routes and a Layout folder for the sidebar and tab bar. I'm going to define some pages for our app using functional components for each page. Let's create a sidebar component and a tab bar component along with their respective CSS styles. Now it's time to import the pages in app.js and define the routes. For defining routes in React.js, we need to import components like browser router, route, and more from the React Router DOM library. Now, let's wrap our entire app routes inside a router component. Define a route by specifying a path and element. The path serves as the address of the page, while the element represents the page itself. Alright, let's import the sidebar and tab bar components as well. I'd like to style the page names by defining a class name and corresponding styles in index.css. Let's return to the sidebar component and create your sidebar. I've applied the class name, sidebar container, to the main div and styled it within sidebar.css. Import the sidebar.css file into the sidebar component. Give the sidebar style a box shadow as well. Now I'm defining a component called sidebar menu item inside sidebar.js. This component retrieves the current path from the sidebar and activates the button based on that path. In this component, we first import location and navigate from React Router DOM and define them. This component must return something. In this case, we wrap our icon button inside a main div with the class name sidebar menu. Next, we add a button and set a condition for the class name. Based on the path, we apply different styles. Alright, let's style the defined classes. Let's apply a hover effect so that when the user hovers over menu items, the current menu item being hovered over is highlighted. Now, let's go to the sidebar component and import icons from React Icons. I've already chosen the icons to save time. Cool, let's retrieve the icon from the sidebar and pass it to the sidebar menu item component. Alright, let's call the sidebar menu item component and pass the page path, icon, and label. I noticed we encountered an issue where the style wasn't applied. I've checked and fixed the class name of the active button in sidebar.css. Okay, let's define all of the sidebar buttons. There seems to be an issue with the style, let's fix it. Okay, in the sidebar menu item component, let's define a label. In addition, we need to style the button so that the label is displayed when the item is hovered over. Also, let's set up a media query to hide the sidebar in mobile mode. I'll just comment this out for now, and we can enable it later when needed. Finally, let's define an on-click function to switch between pages. I'll create the tab bar in the next part since it's time-consuming. I truly appreciate your support. Don't forget to like and subscribe to help me continue creating better content. Thank you.